It's a dicey situation for the two judges whose employer wants them out. It is even dicier for the sitting judges of the Supreme Court who have to rule on the case despite accusations of bias against them.
We go to the next process.
While the judges were keen to expedite the case in view of the expected exit of CJ Mutunga, lawyers for Justices Rawal and Tunoi were of a different opinion.
There is no overwhelming reason put forward before you. Are they saying, my lords, that there must be a vacancy in this position before the Chief Justice leaves? That's not their concern.
They want the 5 judges to first examine their own impartiality in the matter. The lawyers also want the 5 judges to rule on whether or not the Chief Justice was right in varying Justice Njoki Ndungu's orders that effectively changed the date of hearing from June 24th to June 2nd. But the Judicial Service Commission feels that the appellants are deliberately delaying the process so that they remain in office beyond Mutunga's exit.
It offends sense of justice for somebody who has become the beneficiary of an ex parte order to say, leave my ex parte orders in place. You decide that, PO first, decide that other one, decide that other one, while I continue to enjoy.
I heard you demand that you want a written and reasoned ruling.
Yes.
Is that a fair demand?
My lord, it is. My lord,
given the time frames and...
What is the time frame, my lord? What is the time frame?
We've got to finish this matter before the 16th, right?
No, my lord. There are many, many cases in which the preliminary objection is dealt with, and then the substantive thing goes on for hearing months later.
Without much choice, the judges resolved to give a ruling on all preliminary objections on Tuesday afternoon. If the judges choose to disqualify themselves, the Rawal and Tunoi appeals will have been lost, meaning that the Court of Appeal ruling on the matter will stand that the two retire forthwith. If the judges elect to proceed to hear the cases, they will have only 2 days to pass judgment before the CJ retires on midnight Thursday. If they will not have concluded the cases by then, Rawal and Tunoi will stay in office until a new Chief Justice is appointed to reconstitute the quorum of 5, which will then hear and determine the case. And so come Tuesday afternoon, it will be a defining moment for the topmost court in the land, as it will be called to look into its own conscience and determine whether or not it has the capability to fairly hear and determine this particular matter. Whichever way it goes, it will have a bearing on the future of the Supreme Court of Kenya. Sam Gituku, Citizen Weekend, Nairobi.